My attitude is if we can work with our friends in Israel to make sure that Christians have safe access to that site, that's an obvious area of common interest. I am fine with that. What I'm not okay with is any country coming before the interests of American citizens, and it is important for all of us, assuming we're American citizens, to put the interest of our own country first. That's what we're going to do. That's what we try to do every single day, I promise you. Thank you.
Our Vice President, J.D. Vance, hosted an event at Turning Point. Let's watch together how he answers the questions from the audiences. Kindly subscribe to our channel so a little bit of light will push away a lot of darkness.
I'm a Christian man, and I'm just confused why that there's this notion that we might have owe Israel something, or that they're our greatest ally, or that we have to support this multi-hundred-billion-dollar foreign aid package to Israel to cover this, to quote Charlie Kirk, ethnic cleansing in Gaza. I'm just confused why this idea has come around, considering the fact that not only does their religion not agree with ours, but also openly supports the prosecution of ours.
Yeah, so let me say a few things about this. First of all, when the President of the United States says America first, that means that he pursues the interests of Americans first. That is our entire foreign policy. And that doesn't mean that you're not going to have alliances, that you're not going to work with other countries from time to time. And that is what the president believes, is that Israel, sometimes they have similar interests to the United States and we're going to work with them in that case. Sometimes they don't have similar interests to the United States. And this example, the most recent Gaza peace plan that all of us have been working on very hard for the past few weeks, the president of the United States could only get that peace deal done by actually being willing to apply leverage to the state of Israel. So when people say that Israel is somehow manipulating or controlling the president of the United States, they're not controlling this president of the United States, which is one of the reasons why we'd be able to have some of the success that we've had in the Middle East. Now you ask about, sort of Jews disagreeing with Christians on certain religious ideas. Yeah, absolutely. It's one of the realities is that Jews do not believe that Jesus Christ is the Messiah. Obviously, Christians do believe that. There are some significant theological disagreements between Christians and Jews. My attitude is, let's have those conversations. Let's have those disagreements when we have them. But if there are shared areas of interest, we ought to be willing to do that too. For example, one thing I really, really care about is the preservation of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem. Christians believe that that is the site where Jesus Christ was crucified, and also that his tomb is right there as well. My attitude is if we can work with our friends in Israel to make sure that Christians have safe access to that site, that's an obvious area of common interest. I am fine with that. What I'm not okay with is any country coming before the interests of American citizens, and it is important for all of us, assuming we're American citizens, to put the interest of our own country first. That's what we're going to do. That's what we try to do every single day, I promise you. Thank you.
And this is so important to point out and to recognize. People seem to have short memories. Do you know how many millions of Jews were killed during the Inquisition days, the Crusaders, because they did not accept Christianity? Have we forgotten for 2,000 years how many millions of Jews, because they were accused that we were the Christ killers? Is that something we just forget about in history? It's just all of a sudden, it gets obliterated. No, the Jewish people do not kill anyone because you don't believe what we believe. That's absurd. It's against our religion. In the Ten Commandments, it says, you should only believe in God. Yes, that we have in common. We all believe in God. Judaism was born on Mount Sinai 3,337 years ago. At that time, God revealed himself to the Jewish people. That's after he took them out of Egypt, brought them through the splitting of the sea. We both believe in the same Bible. These are all facts that occurred. And after the splitting of the sea, we arrived at Mount Sinai. At Mount Sinai, God gave us the Ten Commandments and the Torah, the 5 books of Moses, led us through the desert for 40 years, brought us to the land of Israel, and had us conquer and establish the land that's rightfully ours. Judaism is the father of almost all religions. Now, Christianity was born 2,000 years ago. Judaism is here for 3,337 years. It is okay and it is right for many religions to exist. It's all right if Christianity has a different theological belief system than Judaism does, or Islam has a different theological belief than Judaism does, or Buddhism, or Hinduism. You go through all religions, you all have your own theological belief system. That's okay. There's no reason why we can't all believe in what our natural upbringing is, or exposure, or education has been. God created this world with divine providence. And when God put a person to be born into a household, or to be exposed to a specific religion, it's by divine providence. So the religion that you are born into, or the religion that you have adopted, you are entitled and you are encouraged to live with that religion and grow with it. Let that be your shining light to help you through your life's journey in making this world a better place. But just because I don't believe the same that you believe, it doesn't make me different. It doesn't make me inferior to you. It doesn't make it that I deserve to die because I don't believe what you believe. Look what happened during the Spanish Inquisition. What happened there? The Jewish people were given a choice: either be expelled from Spain or take on Christianity, or we'll kill you. That is exactly what happened. That's not Judaism. Judaism doesn't kill anyone if you don't believe what we believe. As a matter of fact, Judaism doesn't proselytize. We don't go out there and try to convince people that our theological belief system is the right one, is the only one. On the contrary, Judaism believes that everyone has a right to choose their own religion, and we support you in whatever religion you adopt that works for your soul, for your own self. As a matter of fact, there's a little known secret that many people don't know, or if they know, they don't want to talk about it. During the times of the temple, there were sacrifices that were brought as part of there's animal sacrifices as part of the service to God. During the high holidays, the Jewish people in Israel, in Jerusalem, on Mount Moriah, in the Temple Mount where the Holy Temple existed, they would bring 70 extra sacrifices for a specific purpose of the 70 other nations that existed at that time. That the Jewish people in Israel, the high priest, would pray to God on behalf of the 70 other nations. Let me ask you this question. When was the last time you prayed to your God on behalf of the Jewish people? But the Jewish people have always prayed on your behalf. It's because Judaism has a certain faith in God that is total, committed, and loyal and obsessed with believing in the one God. And we say that in our prayers when we wake up in the morning and before we go to sleep. Hear, O Israel, God our God, God is one. That's our religion. But if you choose to have many gods, that's okay. It's your religion. We salute you, we support you. But we certainly will not kill you because you don't believe what we believe. Judaism has suffered throughout its 3,000 years because it would not take on other religions, other theological belief systems. It was loyal to its own belief system. It was loyal to the one God, the omnipotent. And monotheism is the bedrock, the foundation of Judaism, created by Abraham. He was 3 years old. He began on this journey. At age 75, God revealed himself to Abraham and said, I hear you. Let's do this together. And God took Abraham as a partner in creation and said, let's introduce monotheism to the world. Abraham grew up in a household of idol worshippers. That's all he knew. It was at 3 years old when Abraham looked up to the sky, saw the sun, saw the moon, saw the stars, and said, gosh, this did not come by itself. There has to be a creator to the world. There is a creator to the world. And he began on this journey of recognizing that there is a creator to this world. We are not here alone in this world, but there is a God in heaven. There is a Father in heaven, a kind, compassionate Father. And that's where Abraham began the journey of introducing monotheism to the world. And that was the birth of Judaism. So we need to recognize and understand when these young students, just like you heard today, turning to Vice President J.D. Vance and saying that the Jews are prosecuting us because we don't believe in that. That's a lie, that's a myth, that's propaganda, that's anti-Semitism. Jews have never prosecuted, Jews have never killed anyone because you don't believe what we believe. That's not our religion, that's not who we are. It's quite the contrary. We were victims by the millions because we didn't accept Christianity. And it's okay that Jews don't accept Christ as the Messiah. Why is that a problem? Why is that an issue? Why do we have to accept your theological belief system? It's okay for you to believe. We believe what Prophet Isaiah said, that when the Messiah will come, the world is not going to have war. The world will not have suffering. The world would not have anger. The world would not have death. The world would not have illness or jealousy. The world would not be at war the way it is. As a matter of fact, as he illustrates, it will be the lion and the lamb will be lying together. There will be peace. Everyone will be able to see godliness in a revealed way. This is why we believe in the Messiah when the world will change. So we believe in what Isaiah tells us, and that's okay. That's our theological belief system. We're still praying for the Messiah to come because the world is nothing like Isaiah has portrayed it going to be. So therefore, we don't believe that the Messiah has yet came because the world is on the verge of implosion or explosion. World War III was at the brink. This is not the Messianic times that Isaiah was talking about. But that's okay. You're Christian. You can believe that Jesus is your Messiah. You should believe it. You could believe it. That's your thing. But why impose it on other religions? We are facing now the terror of Islam because we are considered infidels. We means you and I, the Christians and Jews. We are considered infidels because we're not believing what they believe in. This is not what religion is supposed to be about. Religion is supposed to be about coexistence. Religion is supposed to be about cohesiveness, unity, that we all together serve humanity the best we can. We're all obsessed with life, trying to keep this earth healthy, trying to keep the humanity on the earth alive, trying to promote the living and lengthening our lives, and bettering our lives. That's what religion is about. It's not divisiveness. It's not you're going to hate Jews forever because we don't accept Jesus as the Messiah. It's okay that we don't. We're not obligated to. We have our own religion. You have your religion. They have their religion. That's okay. And this is the direction we need to understand. There needs to be coexistence. There needs to be tolerance. There needs to be respect. We each need to stay in our own lane, as they say, and be loving and caring, because at the end of the day, that's what religion has to be about. It has to be about understanding, acceptance, respect, honor, and most importantly, alive, keeping people alive. People don't become unalive because we don't believe what you believe in. We are in the 21st century. It's time that we let go of the baseless hatred of the 19th, 18th century and the 20th century. We're in the 21st century. Time to move forward in life and begin accepting and respecting each other as human beings. Life is so short. We live very short amount of time from birth to death. Let's not squander away this time on baseless hatred and divisiveness. And let's pray to God that when we can see each other as human beings, we can see each other as we are all created in the image of God, then we can love each other, and together we can be stronger to build this world to be a better world. God bless you. God loves you.